A couple of years ago, my girlfriend took me to the side, and we decided to watch a Netflix documentary called Cowspiracy. Some of you have seen it, maybe? Yeah? Although unflatteringly named to evoke images of tinfoil hat wearing and the bovine Illuminati, it was a pretty good watch, and it had some compelling environmentalist arguments to not eat meat. Agriculture being responsible for 18% of greenhouse gas emissions, the absurd amounts of deforestation, food, and water needed to run the whole business. It's pretty crazy stuff. So after 1.5 hours of being bombarded with convincing environmentalist propaganda, my girlfriend turned to me and asked, "How could you not be a vegetarian right now?" Tough question. Let me clarify. I am very legitimately worried about climate change, and I love animals. So, of course, I'd want to be vegetarian. But when you're put on this spot and you actually have to follow through, I just had this intense, visceral reaction, like an animal in me just like, no, 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 no. Every single part of my brain that was capable of rational thought shut down, and a deep carnivorous chimp in me was the only thing left. So I was thrust, triggered into this inner turmoil that is only akin to Troy in High School Musical, crying in the hallways, whether he's going to choose between singing or playing basketball. It was intense. So it's a difficult question. And in difficult times, I look to my favorite intellectuals and philosophers for advice. A famous green space gnome once said, "Do or do not, there is no try." So I mulled it over and I made my big decision. I did not. But why? Why didn't I do it? Not eating meat isn't exactly as intimidating as taking on a galactic empire on your own. Or maybe they're not so different at all. Learning about the severity of climate change and how actually royally fucked we are already, it's paralyzing. It's kind of like watching Trump's inauguration. And you know it's coming, and you've known it for a long time, but it's so unreal, and you just don't know what to do or how to respond. And let's be honest, vegetarianism is a pretty white girl thing to do. Shout out to all the white girls. So sorry. It goes hand in hand with Instagram yoga posing and Thailand backpacking and Coachella flower crown wearing. So maybe it's about preserving my manliness. I even found myself telling my friends that if I'm going to become a vegetarian, it's not because of animal ethics reasons. It's because of environmentalist reasons. As if I'm suddenly okay with killing a bunch of animals in the most heinous ways possible just to preserve my masculinity. But surprisingly, in late November, I decided to commit. I stopped eating meat. Woo! I came at it. Don't clap for me yet. I came at it with a newfound enthusiasm after moving in with my girlfriend and taking on the heroical call to action of not wanting to cook 2 dinners every day. So I told myself, this can't be that hard. It's gonna be fine. Late November. But I was not prepared for how incredibly difficult it is to be a vegetarian during Christmas time. It's like being an AA member in the middle of St. Patrick's Day at a pub, except that all of your family, your grandparents, and all the kids are getting absolutely hammered, smashed, and shit-faced. It's ridiculous. So I caved. On New Year's Eve, I bought a pepperoni pizza with pineapple. I thought that was enough to stay vegetarian, but that was a bad idea. So after a month of avoiding temptation like a nun, I broke. And it felt great. just eating there with my pizza, thinking of reasons to quit the environmentalist cause. It's like, I'm just one guy. I'm not going to make any difference. I mean, Elon Musk is going to make us a new planet anyway. I mean, we're going to be fine. But maybe Yoda was wrong. I mean, we all know we suck and that we could do much more to help prevent climate change. But maybe it's all right to fail. But at least we tried. During difficult times, I looked to my favorite philosophers and intellectuals to get some advice. A famous cat with boots once said, "It's never too late to do the right thing." So let's just try again.